My subject today is prayer. St. Paul tells us to pray always. Francis de Sales gives us some methods for doing just that. We all have very busy lives. The modern world does not leave us much time to think, much less to contemplate. Most of us find that time is in short supply. When I was a child, one of my favorite pastimes was to read. I still love it, but those long summer hours hiding under a bush with a good book are long gone. We have family obligations and those that come along with being a parishioner, a Salesian, a neighbor, and a citizen. We are constantly bombarded by the demands of these obligations, not to mention those of living with others. It means that we have very little time that is unaccounted for. It is easy to be swept up in activities and events. Because of this, it is all the more important to make prayer, that is, communicating with our God, the priority in our lives. Fortunately, we have a practical guide in our saint. As Francis teaches us, prayer is not intellectual learning, but personal meetings. He told us that prayer should be learned through experience. Our aim is not to understand everything, but to be attentive to the Word which today touches, enlightens, and stimulates us. Are we listening? Every act done for God will be done in the presence of God. Eating, sleeping, and working for God is to be in His presence. St. Francis assures us that this union can be lived in the busiest of lives. He advises that we raise our spirits to God as we go about our day. As we know, the duties of our state of life are the expression of the will of God for each of us in our particular life. The accomplishment of these, through love, will advance our life of prayer. I have a friend who collects what she refers to as God moments and what our patron would refer to as inspirations. It is easy to miss these because we are so often preoccupied with doing rather than simply being in the moment. What is important is to act on the inspiration. I am fortunate to be able to attend Mass each morning, having this time every day to be in the presence of the Lord and to receive Him in Holy Communion starts my day and my thoughts in the right direction. Francis would say this simple attention to God's presence is prayer. For me, the morning offering is essential. I say it before Mass each morning. It helps me collect my thoughts and, most of all, my intentions for the day. I don't know if there will be suffering or joy in the day ahead, but somehow offering them to the Lord through the Immaculate Heart of our Mother Mary helps me to be better prepared for the day ahead. It is love that gives meaning and value to all of our efforts, not the multiplicity of things we do. We become saints by the intention with which we do them. Another aspect of prayer life that I find indispensable are ejaculations, those small prayers that we can say in any place or any time, like passing a church or a cemetery, or if someone goes by in an ambulance or a hearse. I try to be aware of those around me, particularly those who are sad, angry, or worried. I try to be aware of God's presence in my daily life. For me, nature always reflects the beauty of God, the wonders of walking in a forest or by a stream. The sunrise and sunsets are beautiful, as is the night sky. For a long time, I could see the space station as it orbited over my house in the early morning and the evening, and I prayed for the crews as they passed overhead. I have found over the years that prayers that I have memorized come to mind. Psalms, the Our Father, and the Creed are some examples. Slowly reciting these prayers becomes an occasion for meditation on the meaning of each phrase. Hymns are helpful to me too because of the images they evoke. I can listen to them as I drive along and I am uplifted. As Francis would say, the authentic Christian life does not seek the extraordinary. It must be lived in our everyday tasks and in the place where God has put us.